Good morning and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is my great pleasure to open the Swiss-Korean Life Science Symposium 2021 and welcome everyone joining us from Switzerland and Korea. Research and innovation are very important topics in both Switzerland and Korea. Both our countries invest a high percentage of their respective GDPs into R&D, and we are therefore amongst the most competitive and innovative countries in the world. It is therefore only natural that Switzerland and Korea seek to deepen their cooperation and intensify exchanges. Since 2008, Switzerland and Korea have a framework agreement on collaboration in science and technology, and this has already led to a significant intensification of bilateral cooperation between our countries. However, there remains significant potential to do more in order to increase collaboration between these two science and innovation powerhouses. People-to-people connections are a very efficient way to achieve this, and this is where the Life Science Initiative comes into play. Established in 2016 as a private-public partnership, the Swiss-Korean Life Science Initiative's main goal is to facilitate contacts and direct collaboration between Switzerland and Korea. The Life Science Symposium, which brings us together today, is the main instrument of the Life Science Initiative. Korea and Switzerland have complementary strength in biomedical and medical technology, and both countries are keen to reach out and share their strategies and success stories in innovation. The Swiss-Korean Life Science Symposium is a tailored instrument to create new networks between scientists, medical doctors, industry, and startups from Switzerland and Korea. Through these networks, the participants aim to join forces to bring groundbreaking research to the market. The Canton of Basel, under the leading action of the University of Basel, has been a pioneer in cooperating with Korean universities, including entrepreneurship teaching and supporting startups with a network of experts. Basel-based companies like Roche and Novartis have identified cooperation with the international research sector and startup ecosystems as a driving motor for innovation. In this sense, Korea is a fertile ground thanks to the cutting-edge research in the medical field and vibrant startup ecosystem. Over the years, the Life Science Initiative brought us success stories. To mention just the latest, in 2020, the Korean company Green Cross MS invested in Hemotune AG, a spin-off from ETH Zurich founded in 2017. The Swiss company Debiopharm has concluded 2 collaboration agreements with Korean companies Genome & Company and Ubix Therapeutics in the fields of innovative cancer treatments. These are just some examples of how together Switzerland and Korea can drive innovation such as smart health, diagnostics, medical devices, personal medicine, and the development of new drugs. For the second consecutive year, the Life Science Symposium is happening online. The pandemic has unfortunately limited offline and in-person interaction, but it has definitely not prevented meaningful exchanges. This year, experts from Switzerland and Korea will meet and discuss the topic of healthcare in the post-pandemic era. In particular, experts from both countries will A. introduce advancement in assistive technologies for aging societies, B. share background conditions for cell and gene therapy, and C. bring new highlights and perspectives in digital health. Through the Swiss-Korean Life Science Symposium 2021, we look forward to bringing concrete results in the framework of bilateral cooperation. My thanks go to the organizers of today's event and their enduring commitment, notably the Korean Health Industry Development Institute and my esteemed colleagues at the Science and Technology Office of the Swiss Embassy. I would also like to thank the Korean Ministry of Health and Welfare, who as a sponsor, together with the State Secretariat for Education, Research and Innovation, have made today's event possible. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a successful symposium with numerous new partnerships and collaborations.
Good morning and evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Byung-Wook Choi, General Director of the Bureau of HT R&D Planning and Budget Management at KDE. It is a great pleasure to meet you at Korea-Swiss Life Science Symposium, even it is a virtual event. First, I would like to express my deep gratitude to SERI and the Embassy of Switzerland in Korea here for welcoming and hosting us. And I also thank the University of Basel and the Dongguk University for collaborating with us to organize the event. Currently, we are facing several global issues, including prolonged COVID-19 pandemic, aging society, and incurable diseases. And countries in all over the world actively involved to innovative healthcare R&D and establish smart medical system converging IT technologies such as AI, cloud system, and deep learning. Also, for regenerative medicine, including cell and gene therapy, is rising and shows its growth potential as an alternative to treat incurable diseases. There are great demand of R&D in this field globally. It can be accomplished for this innovative R&D through active interactions and collaboration between researchers beyond the nations. Korea put more effort to respond to these global issues and to facilitate the suitable ecosystem for R&D innovation with various policies. Also, Korea has great growth potential in biomedical area with outstanding talents, analytical skills for data, high-tech medical equipment based on global level of ICT and medical infrastructure. Switzerland ranked in first country in the world in Global Innovation Index by World Intellectual Property Organization in 2021. Also, it is a leading country for biopharmaceutical industry in the world, having global companies such as Novartis and Roche. At the same time, Switzerland has established R&D innovation by supporting open innovative relationships between R&D institutes and global companies. So it is greatly meaningful to have this joint event between these two countries which have their own strengths and wares in healthcare industry. I believe it is a good opportunity to exchange their innovative ideas for academia, institutes, and startups from Korea and Switzerland, and cement their relationship and find practical ways for collaboration with each other. I hope this will be a springboard to promote substantive cooperation between both countries in biomedical area. KIDI will intensify global R&D network with constant interactions with the Switzerland healthcare experts here today and support active relationship between domestic researchers and researchers in overseas. Once again, I sincerely thank to all experts and researchers from diverse sectors in Korea and Switzerland for attending the event. And I wish you all can grasp the insights and find the opportunities for R&D collaboration. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Life Science Symposium 2021. I'm Alessandra Picella, in charge of the Science and Technology Office of the Embassy of Switzerland in Seoul. Together with the Korean Health Industry Development Institute, we organize every year the Life Science Symposium as a moment of exchange between the two countries in the healthcare field. This year's event will include 3 parallel sessions. Session number 1 on assistive technologies for aging society will be moderated by Amy Wilson, CEO of Clever Care, a Swiss-based digital health startup providing a coordination tool for caregivers of older people. In her previous role at the Global Centre of Modern Aging based in Australia, EMI worked on autonomous vehicles, tech-enabled assistive care devices, and telemedicine to identify market opportunities and co-develop new innovations to meet the needs of the aging demographic. Session number 2 on cell and gene therapy will be moderated by Orlando Scherer, Associate Director of the IBS Center for Genomic Integrity and Distinguished Professor at UNIST. He previously held faculty positions at the University of Zurich and Stony Brook University. His research combines chemical and biological approaches to study DNA damage, DNA repair, and DNA damage signaling pathways and their relationship to carcinogenesis and anti-tumor therapy. Session number 3 on digital health will be moderated by Mario Garcia Lee, CEO of Lighting Up Ventures. He is an educator, scientist, and entrepreneur who specializes in the intersection between innovation and commercialization. Gaining an interest in how advanced technologies could improve everyday life, Mario was sponsored by South Korea's Ministry of Strategy and Finance to assess support systems for innovation-driven enterprises. To assure a smooth development of the event, I'd like to share some simple instruction. It is the first time for us to use a Hopin platform, so please be patient. Following this intro, we will move to the sessions. A message will soon appear on the screen to invite you to move. Please click on the session icon on the left of your screen and join your preferred session. You're also free to move among sessions by going back to the reception and then clicking again on sessions. Only speakers and moderators' video and mic will be active in the sessions. Please remark that in each session, one staff will be also acting as moderator for the logistics. Please use the session chat and Q&A to ask questions or share comments. The moderator will take care of them. You can also have a one-to-one interaction with the participants in the chat. At the end of the panel discussion, you will be invited to move back here to the stage for the closing remarks. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the organizers, I wish you good listening and exchange.